hopefully a change today.
Pick up the other one.
Go pick up our other car. So you drive along with us as we do Uber, DoorDash, and Grubhub. I can't see you because the sun is in my eyes.
We're going east where the sun rises.
I can't put my window down because we're in the old car and the window don't go down on my side. So, and we got to go out early in the morning because I can't be in the car in the afternoon when the sun come out more.
That's why we're doing the early show.
So
we'll do it sometime in the other car too, but
yeah,
mainly because it's cooler in the morning.
Yeah, it's cooler in the morning. So, all right. So, what's the latest going on? I know we saw you. You probably watched more yesterday than I did on the DNC because I fell asleep, and then parts of it I wasn't even. I was on social media while it was on. Last night to me was more boring than the other night.
Yeah, last night was slower, a little slower. There were some high moments, but not from when they did the roll call yesterday, the day before.
So I'm looking here on this article, 6 takeaways from day 3 of the DNC.
This is from People's Post.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clinton has spoken at 13 straight Democratic National Conventions going back to 1976. On Wednesday night, he confessed.
Yeah.
I have no idea how many more of these I'll be able to come to.
Because he's 78 something.
Bill Clinton
said I'm still younger than Trump.
And he was being funny, really.
Yeah.
He's, to me, looks every bit of 78. Watch out. Okay, go ahead.
You scared me.
All right.
I see that arrow up there. That's what I'm getting over.
He looks every bit of 78.
He look older. He looks near Biden's age.
He talks like he's 78.
Slower. But that's fine because he has slowed down.
Now, I didn't watch his speech, so you have to tell me, how was his speech?
He gave honor to
27-minute speech, they said.
Biden.
Uh-huh.
He and a few others did Biden. Because that's was some of the negative from Republicans in Fox News or whatever, saying that they just kicked Biden to the curb.
Right.
Talks about him. He did.
Right.
I'm trying to think of what did he say, because his wife is a better speaker. He gave, praise
just
to her.
like Michelle Obama.
Their wives are much better. This is the year of the woman.
Yeah.
I've always felt that. It's not, and
Obama was better before too.
Yeah, this is the year. Well, they always said she was a good speaker.
Barack, I'm saying. He was better too when he was younger.
Yeah, that's true. But they
it's
always
like
said
the women are getting
better. Yeah. So think about it. Don't it feel like this is the year of women?
Yeah.
This is the year of women's rights, women taking control, women being empowered, women being treated equally better than, as far as the knowledge and learnings.
And I don't know why people think because you are for women empowerment and women's rights that you somehow against men or that you this new age type of woman. That I still like men to lead. I still believe that the husband is the head of the house. I still believe that a man, if a man is a man, I'm telling you, I don't care how much a woman talk, whatever, she gonna be like, okay, honey, whatever. Because to me, I feel like they built to take those punches and stuff. Ain't nobody trying to bleed every month and take punches. Who trying to do that?
Thank you.
Do want to do it? You can. Go ahead and do it.
And what works for your family too?
What works for your
family is not cookie cut. And
some men work better at home.
Yeah, I know. I've known people, family friends, where the wife is why he's working on his degree or better degree.
Right.
Then his turn.
Yeah.
While she goes to school.
Right.
He holds the fort down.
Yeah.
So I love when it's a partnership.
Yeah.
And I like that. What's her name got in trouble about stay-at-home moms making cookies.
Oh, when Hillary Clinton
made that.
She said I could be at home baking cookies.
And there's nothing wrong with
those. And women got mad at her for saying that.
There's women holding down the fort at the home.
That's the part of women empowerment and women's rights that we're talking about.
Yes.
You can do and be whichever way you want. If you want to work and have a child, if you want to take your child to work, if you got a job where you can take your child to work,
or work from
home. If you want to be pregnant and work, if you don't want to be pregnant and work, everybody's different, and nobody's the same. So I agree with that when you said women. This is the year of the woman. But his speech was 27 minutes long.
And it's the way he talked. I wasn't as bored with him as I was with Bernie.
You was bored with Bernie?
The
top 25.
Yeah, I know.
The top 1% of the top 2.
I love Bernie, and there's moments.
You got to tax the top 1%, 0.25% of the top 1%. If you tax
who listens to that?
5% of the 0.25, that'll generate $1.5 billion, which will pay for everyone to go to college. For the health, if you tax the top 5% of the top 15%. And he'd be right though, but don't nobody want to follow you, Bernie.
Economics is good for him. He loves numbers.
Clinton says you should never underestimate your adversary. He said it could be taken as an allusion to watching his wife, Hillary Clinton. I told you she was up in the polls.
Yes.
Everybody thought Hillary was going to win. She thought she was going to win. And she stopped going on to places, the battleground states, because she was leading in the polls. And she lost.
She won a popular vote.
Yep. So he's saying that. He's saying don't ever stop.
Yeah.
He said he warned the convention crowd that however good they feel, the campaign will be tough. So the same thing Michelle Obama was saying. It's tough. It's gonna be tough.
Don't get lax. Don't get complacent.
Yeah.
Do the work.
He in a deeply polarized country, there was one group that was welcomed with loud applause at both the Republicans and the Democrat convention. The parents of the young man taken hostage at Hamas attack on Israel on October 7th.
Oh, was they at the Republican one too?
Yeah. Well, it was other people. Yeah, families. They
other
come to
families.
Yeah. So I don't know if it was the same family. Y'all can comment down below. But there was a family. Yeah, same thing at the Republican, and they did say that's bipartisan. They've been both
sides.
Both sides have reached out to them.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking even Trump. And because he has to, and talk about getting them home.
Yeah, and ceasefire. Kind of like if the Republicans are not being really truthful right now, they're going with that ceasefire. Everybody come together and don't fight over the land. That kind of.
Everybody's talking about ceasefire, but nobody's answering the question about continuing to fund Israel.
Exactly.
That's the question I think everybody wants to hear. And when I was looking at everybody was crying, of course. The lady was giving her story about her son who goes to concerts.
Bring him home. Bring them home.
He goes to concerts, and that's why he went to festivals. That's why he went to that one. And he was celebrating his 23rd birthday. I didn't know that there was a baby still over there.
I didn't either.
When she said the youngest was like, what, 1 year or something?
Redhead boy.
I thought they got all the babies. He may not, it's sad to say, but let's hope he's still alive.
Yeah.
Because they were supposed to release all the babies.
I don't even know.
So why is that one still over there?
The older one too, 80.
And then the oldest one, she mentioned both of them, the husband and the wife. It's not a political thing for them.
I thought we can go into the rings because I don't want to. We can't pick the car up now.
Right, but I was saying to get into Waukegan.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what else? Nothing else.
Oh, did you have anything else about Clinton? I'm sorry.
No. Move on.
Nothing else about him? I didn't listen. I thought he was boring, but was he boring? I don't know.
It's off and on moments.
I saw people standing up every once in a while.
Yeah.
What did he say to make them stand up?
I can't remember.
See, nobody remembers.
If you don't have anything written now.
Yeah, no, and they didn't say anything.
I didn't write notes down like I did the first night.
Oh, it said last month in Milwaukee, they were there. The same couple told the gathering about the kidnapping of their adult son, Amir, and led the crowd in a chant of bring them home. On Wednesday, John Poland and Rachel Goldberg, I just said this, it is a different couple. At the RNC, it was Ronan and Orna. At this one, it was John and Rachel.
Okay.
I did notice both of them were Jewish. Both families were Jewish.
Right.
So.
Yeah. And she was and I like the fact that her and her husband pretty much said all of them. There's still Christians over there. There's still
I was going to point out, that's why I say why they was Jewish.
Hindus. She named at least 4 or 5 religions.
They were still naming. It's not just Jewish people that's being held. It's other religions and other countries and other. And they were saying, and I'm glad they actually said, in the suffering in Gaza.
Yes.
For those children.
Yes.
And then he said, when it comes to, either he or his wife said, grief, there's no contest.
Yeah.
The families aren't looking at a contest. They're not looking at, well, only 1,000 of y'all died and 100,000 of them died. In their mind, it's my son.
Yeah.
Regardless, or if they die or whatever, you look at it personal.
And it shouldn't be political.
Right. That's what he was saying. Let me see. At the RNC, several speakers slammed Biden and Harris for not deterring Hamas from the attack. I don't know how they would have been able to stop the attack. And we in America, how would we stop an attack?
That's why I get mad at the comments that people make about these different things. Other than pressure the country to not keep giving money.
Right, that's the part y'all need to talk about.
Right, but not to stop some kind of bombing or any kind of threats.
While the Republican, they were showing the difference between the two. The Republican convention framed the Hamas threat to the United States. The Democratic convention has been comparably quiet about the war. Yet, and the RNC, they talked about it more. They barely even mentioned it at the DNC. Remember, I told you that.
What did the RNC talk about, though?
About the ceasefire and
about
getting the hostages back. No, nobody's talking about that. See? About getting the hostages back and all of that.
Okay.
But I do find I don't like how the Democrat Party is not addressing it on the main stage, and you got thousands and thousands of protesters outside. It's almost as if they trying to act like it don't even exist. Mm-hmm. I don't like that. I told you that we're not Republican and we're not Democrat.
Unless they do it tonight. I noticed.
Let's see if they do it tonight.
We have to be careful, because I notice each night is different topics.
Each night is different topics.
And tonight might be all of Israel.
Let's see. I doubt it, but let's see. Let's see if they say something.
I was surprised. Yesterday was LGBTQ.
Yeah.
Oh God, I can't think of it. It was another topic.
Okay.
That they stuck on last night.
The love of your country or something?
It was.
I don't know. Whatever.
But each night was a theme.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, so we'll see. But I don't like how they not touching on it. So we'll see tonight if they touch on it.
Yeah.
In the Democratic Party, that is a division. Michigan is a state that the Democrats have to win, and a lot of Democrats and independents in Michigan are Muslim and of Palestinian descent. Watch out for this guy. Okay. So we'll see. We'll see how they
Mary Mays, they changed their cars.
Yeah. Well, maybe that.
Or was it Molly May? Molly is the blue.
Yeah, they took their name.
Mary Mays.
So we'll see. Okay. We'll see how they do. We'll see if they address it. Because a lot of the people in Michigan, like I said, that are voting are Palestinian or Muslim descent or young people, and they don't like what the Democrats are doing about it. Now, your alternative is nothing, but still, they may stay home, and that's the problem. It's not so much that they'll vote for Trump; they may just stay home. So they need to address that.
And that's who Oprah addressed as well.
Which
the undecided.
Oh, I didn't know she was a registered independent.
She's registered independent.
Because we're independent.
Yeah. Yep.
And when you register as an independent, you can vote anywhere you want to.
She can't do primaries.
That's the problem that we have here in Illinois.
Yeah. Primaries, you gotta pick which one.
Because of the fact that the majority of the people that we vote for are Democrat, we have to register as Democrats.
If we want to vote in the primary.
If we want to register, if we want to vote in the primary.
Says this is not the election to really focus on that third party.
Yeah.
But moving forward, they need to strengthen that third party, and the ruling of independents can vote in primaries too.
Right. Okay, so that was it for the hostages and stuff in Clinton. Right. The other big thing was January 6th, the insurrection. I don't call it insurrection. It was treason.
I sat and watched it, and I said there were some areas that I don't remember seeing.
Thank you. And according to a lot of the Republicans, or not, I can't say Republicans, mega. You got to separate it now.
Okay.
Because the cult is mega.
Yeah.
So according to the cult, that was AI generated. It's not real. The media wants to show you fake pictures. It was peaceful. The people walked in there just to see what was going on, and the guards let them in. Even Candace Owens said it wasn't even that bad. That the media is trying to point out that it was bad.
Where does this AI generated on all levels?
They are so conspiracy
the guy
theory.
in Nancy Pelosi's office with his feet on her desk. That wasn't AI generated.
Thank you.
What is wrong with people?
It said they noticed that the January 6th insurrection of 2021 has been a key part of the Democrat campaign. Ever since the attack on the U.S. Capitol shook the country, Democrats gave it a place of prominence Wednesday night. The centerpiece was a video showing Trump urging his supporters to march to the Capitol, the attacks on the police officers, and the Republican nominees' pledges to pardon those who were prosecuted. The last bit drew chants of "lock him up" from the audience was starting saying
lock him up.
Democrats want to step carefully though, because the attack on the American democracy became just another partisan issue. To that end, the segment kicked off with Republicans speaking about their worries about Trump. Oh yeah, that was the night of a lot of Republicans coming out. Governors, lieutenant generals, lieutenant governors, who were Republican, who said they're voting for Kamala. One of the guys, he was very clear, which is what I said. He said, I don't agree with a lot of stuff she said, but I'm not voting for Trump.
Thank you. Just be real about it.
And when I said, you don't have to vote Democrat down the ticket.
Thank you. And you still got majority of the seats in the House.
Right.
So you got some leverage there.
He says if you vote for Republicans, that if they vote for Harris, you're not a Democrat. You're a patriot. You believe in this country. You don't believe in somebody that's a lunatic.
Democracy, freedom. You don't believe in the threat of it.
Yes.
Because these military, they go out and fight that we have the liberty.
And they brought out the guy, one of the officers who was attacked.
Yeah.
And you could tell he could barely speak. He was up there. He was so tired. Wow. I mean, not tired, probably scared. But he said he was in the Army or Navy or one of them.
Military.
And he said that day, and he was in battle. He said that day was worse than Afghanistan or wherever he was.
Because Afghanistan,
you didn't have a crowd right on you, and he said I was assaulted with an American flagpole.
The very thing he's fighting.
You guys, mega people, had the nerve to get mad at Kaepernick for kneeling
on
during the national anthem,
a song,
and you take the American flag,
use it as a weapon, That to me that means you drank the juice for real, Jim Jones juice. You are,
and the fact that Comover wants to free the people who went to jail, and the fact that he calls them patriots.
Yes, good people. They're good people. They look at them. They're loyal. They're good people. They're fighting for their rights.
Using the American flag
and hurting people. Oh my God. You can't get no cult.
They still
behavior.
Think they're right. They still think they're right.
That's cult.
Here's
behavior.
My thing. I understand them because they occultic or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand the people who are not mega but still continue to take up for Donald Trump. I think you are mega.
Yeah,
I think you're just not identifying as
title on you.
I think you are mega.
Yeah.
You are, because you can't justify anything about this man.
Yeah.
So that's that one. Dems. Go ahead.
His tax laws and all of that. But about him personally,
none of them can explain his tax law. Every time I'm on Facebook and people keep dogging out Kamala, who I don't like, I don't care about Kamala either. But when I say, do you know what she doesn't even talk her policy. I said, well, what is Trump's tax policy? None of them can explain it. I can explain it because I looked at it.
The honeymooners.
But they can't explain it. You're voting for them and you can't explain it.
Thank you.
So when you come back, you're going to check the thing. I'll explain it.
Why don't you explain it now?
Oh, that's true.
Get an overview.
Trump, and I'm going to do it in a nutshell. I'm going to do like the layman's way of trying to explain this. Trump wants to do away with income tax, okay? On the surface, that sounds good. None of us want to pay income tax, right? Who wants to pay income tax? Who wants money coming out of your check every time you get paid? You want to get a salary, and that's how much you want to bring home, right? You don't want them taking out income tax and other things. So on the surface, his proposal is to do away with income tax. I'm signing into Grubhub, y'all. To do away with income tax, and I'm gonna tell her to stay here for a minute. Just stay here until it go off, because that riding in the sun, and
okay,
you can turn the car off though, so it's not as loud.
Let me park.
Yeah. He wants to do away with income tax, and he wants to be maybe going to not in the sun.
There's a sun here?
I was fine where I was.
No, that man had to back
right
up
here is
around
fine. Yeah.
Straighten up.
All right. He wants to do away with income tax, and he wants to increase the tariff tax on countries. So right now, you putting all the windows down, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna open my door. Oh yeah, that feel the air now. Oh, that's horrible. This car. Anyway, so right now, when we get goods, this is how I was explaining to my sister. But probably the majority of the stuff that's sold here is sold from another country. We all know that. Everything is either made in China or Taiwan or somewhere. So he knows that they have to ship that stuff over here, right? Right now, we charge a tax when they send that stuff over here. I'm throwing out numbers. These are not real numbers. 5% tax on every time they send stuff over here, right? And when it gets over here, the country makes money off of that tax that they're taxing them. He wants to increase that, if not even double it. So instead of them paying 5%, China would pay 10% to ship their stuff over here, right? That extra 5% is what we pay in income tax. So he's saying, if I just charge them more money to send goods over here, you won't have to pay income tax. I'll just get it from those countries.
The taxes that we normally receive.
That sounds good on paper. It does. It sounds good. But every financial expert says it's going to end up costing you more money
for the items.
Because rather now that let's say it's up eggs or whatever, China charges $5. If Trump goes up on the tariff tax, that just means they're gonna charge $10.
China pays more,
so they're gonna put it on you.
You pay more now, or you probably search around now for the cheapest eggs.
Right now, that's his argument. You don't have to buy the $10 eggs.
You can buy the $7.
There might be some Americans selling eggs for $5, so you'll buy their eggs instead. It's a good argument, but it needs to be debated. That's the type of stuff that needs to be on the debate.
Well, last night he made the comment about they telling me to do to debate the policies. The policies. Last night they didn't. He was talking about the Obamas.
Okay.
Last night they went personal. Why do I need? It's almost like, why do I need to debate the policies and they're not?
You need to debate the policies. Number one.
You don't get it.
Number one, because you're a moron.
Huh?
And everybody knows it already. So if you debate policy, people will think you're actually smart and intelligent.
Maybe this man got some
and
sense.
Every business that you had didn't go bankrupt.
Thank you.
They won't think about that. They'll think about, he has good ideas. Why don't we put him in the office?
Yeah.
But because you're a moron and an nincompoop, you keep on talking about crowd sizes and about Kamala not being black and about these other things.
Oh,
that's why you're a moron.
That was one thing. As we talk, some stuff does come to me. One thing that Clinton said that made me laugh.
I'm leaning over. My neck is hurting. Go ahead.
He said when the Italian opera singers come out, and you know how they're practicing their voice, me.
Right.
That's Trump. Me.
Oh, me.
It's about me. And I'm thinking that was a funny joke that he kind of slid in there. Whereas Kamala is like you.
What kind of moron says they want me to talk about policy?
Yeah.
But I don't want to.
Because they're talking
about
me.
You're a moron.
He don't get it. It's about him. If he can't let people still
you
talk
don't want
about
to tell
him,
the American people what you want to do.
He don't care.
He don't care.
He doesn't care about the American people.
That man don't care about y'all.
He has not gone over the country saying, I really care about you.
And I pretty much told some of these people.
Wow.
I pretty much told some of these people on Facebook that are Trumpsters.
Yeah.
You're voting for a moron and you're a moron. You know why you're a moron? You know why you're a moron? Because if you're on Facebook posting things about Kamala not being black or this or that, and you're not posting Trump's policies, you're just as big of a moron as he is. Because he's not telling everybody what it is, so I would think his supporters would. You got time to post on Facebook about vote for him.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell people why?
Why?
Why are you posting about Kamala being a loser?
And what did he do?
That means you just as dumb as he is.
And think about it, because I remember
which makes sense on why you voting for him.
Right. When he was in office, we were clear on while he was in office, our business he helped our business because we are our own business.
Trump is good for business.
So we would say that's what he did. That was good.
Now,
why wouldn't anybody following him, supporting him, loving him, would say the same thing?
Now, the thing that they do have on her, which is what I said, what is her tax plan? She needs to talk about her plan too. And we don't know. Tonight, she speaks tonight. If she goes in detail about what her plans are, or if they start showing more videos throughout the night on the difference between her and him and her policy.
Right.
If she decides to roll out tonight in her speech, which I hope she does, what her platform is and what separates her from Biden, she needs to talk about the thing that connects her to Biden, that he did good,
they've been doing
and
well.
She needs to talk about the thing that separates her from him that they didn't do that was good.
Right.
Now, both parties lie.
Yeah.
So anytime you get on Facebook and you try to battle me with, well, you voting for Kamala, you're a Democrat, I'm not a Democrat. Or you believe the Democrats, I don't believe the Democrats. Because I told you yesterday, they sent a revision to the jobs report saying, actually, we're sorry, we made a mathematical error. 818,000 jobs shouldn't even be on there.
The number was wrong.
818,000 is not a mathematical error.
Bernie Sanders would have had that number right.
First of all, it's not even close to 818,000. I don't know where that number came from, but somebody needs to go back. But it is a considerable amount more than what Trump did. Trump, even in the slowest state, he did 2.5%. If you take away the 818,000 jobs, Biden did 4.5%. So that's why people like him.
Yeah.
Because they feel like he's gonna tell you as much truth as he can.
Yes.
So that's all I'm saying. Until I hear you haven't heard anywhere in the DNC that their numbers was wrong, which I think is funny. They haven't come out and said, oh, the numbers was wrong, y'all, by almost a million.
I noticed the Republicans have been distancing themselves from Project 2025.
Oh, I thought that was something else. Go ahead.
Project 2025 has been talked about each night of the DNC.
Now.
And I loved how they did it last night.
Now, I actually believe that speaking about Project 2025 is not good.
Why you say that?
First of all, Trump is trying to distance himself from that. Finally,
should we
Starbucks on Grand?
But JD Vance is
so we going to Starbucks.
JD Vance is very much a part.
That's
of
what I was getting ready to say. So
and
hold
they
on.
distancing themselves because that's the underhanded
all right, let's
plan.
Got an Uber that went off. I was waiting on this to go off. I was like, why is it taking so long? Anyway, I think that's a mistake of the Democrats to Starbucks on Green Bay. I think that's a mistake. You can go that way.
Why you think that though?
Because Trump has not identified himself with Project 2025. Now, I talked to somebody on Facebook, and I was going back and forth with them. And I told them, go straight. You know who it is, our Sarah. I really wasn't going back and forth with her because she's a Democrat, hands down. The one that's always posting about.
Oh, okay.
But what I did say under one of her posts, or did I say it on my post? And she answered, I can't remember.
Okay.
Democrats, where does it say that Trump said he agrees with Project 2025?
Kim.
No, hold on. He has his thing called something 47.
Right,
hold on.
Right.
And it's on his page.
Uh-huh.
It's enough in there that you can attack that's similar to Project 2025. So stop saying Project 2025 and talk about. Okay, hold on, y'all. I don't know what she doing.
The bus took off. He was dropping somebody off, and then he started driving.
But I don't think you need to slam like that.
Well, because I was going to go in front of him. I would have been in front of him.
Go straight, Lenore.
That's what I'm doing.
All right, let me say this. I don't know what that was she just did, but...
That was me stopping and getting ready to go.
But you didn't have to stop like that.
Because he was taking off. I didn't want him hitting me.
All right. Anyway, I'm thinking somebody getting ready to kill us or something.
No, you saw him coming at me.
All right. No, I wasn't because I was looking at the camera.
Well, that's not my fault because you're looking at that.
All right.
Go ahead.
He has enough to talk about what he's actually wrote on his page that y'all can attack. In my opinion, Project 47. That's what y'all should have been talking about instead of whatever that thing is, 2025. You should have been talking about what he wrote on his page, which is what he actually says he's going to do. Those things are alarming enough. You don't have to add on to it. Again, I am not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm not taking up for the Democrats on this. Sorry. To me, you're pushing Project 2025,
and it's the same.
Yes.
Then what's the point?
Don't. Why are you saying Project 2025?
They've already been started on the 2025. So,
but why? You're doing what he does, fear tactic. He does fear tactics.
I know, but I'm saying a lot of times, if you don't agree with kind of like what you just said,
right?
They're already on a path of 2025,
and it's wrong.
There's nothing you can do about it. Is what I'm saying. They had Keenan from yesterday.
I know.
So
no, I'm saying it shouldn't be a part of the
maybe
DNC.
Another speaker can speak. To
I'm
what
saying
you're
it should not have been a part of the DNC.
It's too late now.
No, they planned it. It shouldn't have been a part of it.
That's what I'm trying to
tell you. You keep saying it's too late.
No, you're saying it now.
Yeah.
The only other way out of that is if somebody on the
Agenda
DNC,
47. That's what I was
it's on the DNC says, y'all, we forgetting about this. Whatever you're saying.
Now, this is the Agenda 47. Because unlike the Democrats, I'm actually going to talk about what he actually said he wants to do. He never said he wanted to do Project 2025. And that's all Republicans are going to do and mega people when you talk about it on Facebook and Instagram. Is they're going to say, where did he say he supports Project 2025?
Well, keep in mind, too,
all right,
on the opposite side of that, they're presenting it in the package that it is, but I notice they're doing specifically like raising the insulin things. You don't have to say
that's not in Project 2025 though.
Yes, it is. Yes,
no,
it is.
you're talking about them. You talking about the
let me finish my comment. Yeah. The information they've been sharing, supposedly that's in the Project 2025,
Right.
They're doing it individually. Now,
right.
The Republicans...
But they can't do 900
No,
pages.
that's what I'm saying, Kim.
Yeah.
The Democrats actually can, on a debate stage, talk about the specifics anyway.
Right.
They don't even have to reference Project 2025, right. And they're still hitting on some of the things that J.D. Vance has been putting out.
I know.
So in my opinion, don't even mention Project 2025.
Whatever. That's what I'm saying. Or if you're going to mention something, say Agenda 47, which is his agenda.
Don't say anything.
I'm saying if you want to say a name
of some of the things in there, because
that's what I'm getting ready to do.
We keep putting things in packages and titles. It don't matter.
So first thing is, and this is why I think the Democrats won't say Agenda 47.
Why?
Because there's actually some things in Agenda 47 I agree with.
Okay.
And that's why they don't want to say it, because you don't want to make him look good at all. You just want to, because Project 2025 is much more scarier, because that's a radical right group that put that together. So it's crazier ideas. So in order to make people get scared, which they're doing, they're using fear tactics, which Michelle Obama and Barack Obama said, Republicans do, Democrats do too. They both use fear tactics and scare tactics to get people to vote, rather than both speak about what the people are actually saying and doing.
What are some of the Project 47?
So number one is seal the border and stop migrant invasion. I don't have a problem with that.
They saying that.
Okay.
They saying
I'm gonna try not to yell. I don't care what they saying. You told me to read what they saying.
The ones that you are reading, I'm saying if they're both doing that or talking about that, then there's no reason. Keep going.
Well, the Democrats, you got to pay attention, are not saying to seal the border. So I don't know where you got that from, but that is not coming from a Democrat.
They didn't say the word seal, but
no, close the border, like Nikki Haley said.
Yes, they did mention that.
Okay, all right. I didn't hear it. Mention down below if y'all heard the Democrats say.
They got to preach it loud.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Yeah. Comment down below if you heard the Kamala Harris or Biden or any Democrats say close the border.
Last night.
Okay.
They said because they kept talking about that bipartisan plan.
Okay.
And that how he not.
But that bipartisan plan isn't to close the border.
Let me finish.
All right, go ahead.
One of the comments was along with that. When she gets in office, she wants to go right away, to be able to close the border, be able to blah more money for people at the border.
Okay.
They saying all of that.
Lenore is
both sides.
I know Lenore's saying this. I'm going to double check because I don't believe what she's saying.
I believe what I said because I remember that I've been waiting for them to say something along the lines of, well,
I'll fact check.
Are y'all going to close the border
Okay.
You want the option to do that.
All right, not option, but you're going to do it.
I'm just saying, if you're in office, as she's in office, she can say, close it.
Okay.
They can say it at any time. Close it. And I heard that.
Because Biden can do that now if he wanted to.
I heard that. Well, whether he's doing it or not, I'm just saying what she
you getting ready to hit the curb. Let him out. Okay.
I forgot how crowded this is.
Let her pull in. Because she's doing too much.
Yeah, I did hear them say
that. So let's see.
What else?
All right.
They're usually not ready, though, are they?
No. So let's just relax for a second, all right? Carry out the largest deportation operation in American history. I think that's a moron thing to do. But that's on his project, on his Agenda 47. What you gonna do? Knock on doors and pull grandmothers out of their house? How you gonna do that? So that's one of the ones where I think he's just talking. He's preaching to his people to say we're gonna put them on buses and ship them out of here. End inflation and make American.
Texas is kind of doing that already. They're just sending them to us.
End inflation and make America affordable again. What does that mean? And how are you going to end inflation? You see what I'm talking about? How are you going to end inflation? And how are you going to make America affordable again? This is on his page.
Well, he's been saying that.
Make America the dominant energy producer in the world by far. Again, how are you going to do that? He keeps saying the drill, baby, drill. He wants to do more drilling here, which, in my opinion, as long as you're not going through areas that are
sacred
or Native American or whatever.
That's what he's doing.
I'm fine with it.
That's what they're saying he's doing.
And I do believe that you do need to become more energy. I don't know what she's looking at. I do think that you do need to have more energy here rather than abroad.
You can drill in safe places.
Unless, which is the opposite of him thinking with the electrical cars. You would think he would be more for that because
that's saying some of this.
Well, he's doing that because Elon Musk is now pouring money into his campaign. Right. Large tax cuts for workers and no tax on tips. Now he said Kamala stole the no tax on tips. Mm-hmm. He did come up with that idea first, and more tax cuts for workers, people who actually work, in service industry. Mm-hmm. More tax cuts for them. Defend our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, and our fundamental freedoms, including freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and the right to keep and bear arms. That's the part I disagree. I think there needs to be more. It needs to be harder to get an assault weapon. I don't think you need to take it away now. I don't agree with that, but I do believe that it should be like a special license, like you get a truck. Right. Everybody shouldn't have an assault weapon.
License or something for truck driving.
Prevent World War III. How is he going to do that? He's a moron. Restore peace in Europe and the Middle East. So he does want to stop the war and build a great Iron Dome missile. Now, he's a moron. They talked about this Iron Dome, and they said because he wants the same Iron Dome that they have in Israel. Now, I thought that too when I first heard about the Iron Dome. I said, why don't we have that here? But I'm not running for president of the United States. He is. They said that's impossible.
In all fairness, you just named how many, and you said how stupid and idiotic they are. Why would the Democrats waste time talking about this?
That's why.
That Project 2025 is real, though.
Let me tell you, but he doesn't sign on to it.
Because he's got to distance himself from it.
He's never signed on to it.
The Republicans.
What are you talking about?
I don't care.
Y'all losing now with Democrats.
No. My opinion is, and I disagree with you. My opinion is, I've been seeing most of the Republican side has, other than the MAGA, they've always had problems. And DeSantis is real about this with the LGBTQ community.
You agree? Okay.
And the drag and the books and the libraries. They've always been talking about that. Okay. Now it would make sense if it's part of the Project 2025. Okay. How it's listed. Okay. Because J.D. Vance is big on that. Okay. Of course, Trump is going to distance himself from it.
So he
has
no
clue. Okay. And he's doing his Project 47.
So he has here.
That's where his mind is.
Keep the U.S. dollar as the world's preserved currency.
Now he's back to the coins too.
And he also is pro crypto, which I am. You know, I am. I agree with this part when he says, where is he at? In oh man, I lost where I was. Stop outsourcing and turning the United States into a manufacturing superpower. That's what I told you he's gonna do. He wants to do with that tariff tax. He wants people to start them competing against people in this United States products, and it's gonna force you to buy United States products. He doesn't want to change the Social Security age or raise it. The Democrats will. They want to. In the weaponization of government against the American people. Who knows what that is. Rebuild cities. He's horrible in infrastructure, so that's a lie. And that's where they could have really brought in the fact that Biden is great in infrastructure. They did talk about it last night, but the contrast. That's what I was saying. Well, when he was president, he didn't do anything for infrastructure.
Well, I think one of your main things too, even on both sides, is presentation.
It's presentation.
Because you're like, they need to debate on the stage when
they added another Starbucks, so I might as well wait.
Good.
Go ahead.
They need to debate on the stage, but they're not on the stage debating. So they got people speaking to this as real life situations.
But when you do have people speak to it in real life situations, you got to use real life situations.
That's what they did. With the infrastructure they did.
That's why I said they put in too much emphasis on Project 2025, because I feel like that's not a real life situation.
I disagree with you, because Project 2025 is only mentioned for that one time.
No, they mention it every night.
That's on the speakers. The speakers are on their own, what they present on the stage. But when they bring that big old book out, we laugh because right. And I love what they did last night because they brought out 5 scenarios of real life situations.
Exactly, I agree.
Republicans have always been against that anyway.
What do you mean against what?
LGBTQ not being married and their marriages are not accepted. As far as even being adopting children, the insulin and medicine going up. That's away from the Project 2025. That's always been in their agenda.
All I'm saying
they're just making it as a group.
I agree.
Watch out for those items in Project 2025.
All I'm saying is, my preference, and I'm not changing on this, is they should have talked about Agenda 47.
I don't think so. You even sat here and named all 6.
I didn't go through all 47.
I don't care, but you the ones that you listed, you said they're idiotic, they're stupid. How's he gonna do this?
No, but forget it. She don't get it, y'all.
No.
Comment down below if y'all understand what I'm saying.
They're already talking about his other than him being stupid, period. They're talking about what he plans on doing, and they're like, it's not gonna work. All
right, okay.
So they're pulling out things of the 47 Project 47, but not referencing the project itself.
All I'm saying is when I argue,
it's a waste of time referencing what he wants to do.
All I'm saying is when I argue with people, and I'm not bending on this, when I argue with Republicans and I argue with people that are mega people, their biggest thing is they keep saying, Democrats keep saying Project 2025.
And we gonna keep saying it.
What do you mean we? I'm not no Democrat.
I believe in it too.
Now,
the things that they're bringing out, I knew they always felt that way.
Like I said, I wish I could talk without being interrupted.
I'm sorry.
Like I said,
I just don't. I'm not understanding why you're
because
you're
he's
saying
never
don't talk about it as a project, but I say pull out the very important things from it.
What I'm saying
because that's what they've been going on all the time. That's what I'm saying. I get what you're saying.
When you done talking, I'll talk.
I get what you're saying about don't mention Project 2025. Don't mention you need to mention Project 47. Project 47.
Agenda 47.
Agenda 47. My argument with that is don't call it the group that it's in. Pull out the information that they're specifically targeting. LGBTQ. Medicines and insulin going up. Why you don't understand that, I don't know why you don't agree with that.
Okay, so what I'm saying is you're trying to preach to people who are not part of your party. So you are trying to get independent and people who are undecided. The issue that I have with the two-party system is exactly what's going on right now and what you're saying. They are preaching to Democrats. Because when you are talking to people who are undecided and independent, and the polls will say exactly what I'm saying right now, they don't want you spending time talking about something that the candidate, never said he was for. If Trump had come out and they had a video or a tape or something where he said, I support Project 2025, and when I become president, I'm going to make sure I implement it, I would understand you going hard in on mentioning it to get undecided and independent people to vote for Kamala. But when the man has publicly said, I don't support it, why do y'all keep bringing it up? You lose votes when you do that. All right, well, we disagree.
Yeah.
I feel like attack him on the stuff he actually said.
They can do that too.
No, that's what I'm saying, but don't say what it is. Agenda 47.
And this is one reason why.
All right, we'll move on.
No, this is one reason why I feel that anytime he says anything, he has always been known to back away from
then
something.
Show it. Show him.
I get what you're saying. I just don't agree with the fact that because he's not saying that I'm for it. First of all, it's over 900 pages. That man has no clue. When he was in office, he didn't have a clue about the whole state of Israel, and the evangelicals had him sign that off. He has no clue as a commander-in-chief what he is signing.
We're gonna move on.
And what? No, I'm serious.
I know.
What he does agree with. So that's why I'm thinking.
It's not sign on. This is
no. I'm saying what he supports, what he signs, what he puts in order. When he was president for 4 years, in my opinion, he didn't know a lot. He didn't even know Puerto Rico was part of the United States. The Republican people around him, the evangelicals, They pulled his strings.
All right, Lenore.
And they
move
would,
on.
and they would give him good because
Yes.
you're saying he's distancing himself from it.
I get
and
it.
that's something to look at.
Yes.
I said it's not because he lies all the
Okay,
time.
all right, okay.
And people don't believe him because he could be pushing himself away from the Project 2025, but on the back end, talking to J.D. Vance and all his people going, the LGBTQ thing, yeah, we're going to raise the prices too of insulin and all medicines. Yeah, we're going to do this and this and this. I can fire civil service people. That's stuff that he has mentioned.
Do the prayer and take us out.
Oh,
I'm going to go in and we getting close.
Oh.
I was trying to move on.
Go ahead.
Okay. They said that there was TikTok influencers there. They had over 200 content creators there, and they were allowed to have backstage access to the DNC. So that was new. That was different and creative. I noticed that they are trying to appeal to younger people more than the Republican Party did at their RNC. Mm-hmm. This one is trying to get young people on board because they know that they offer a large amount of votes in the upcoming election.
They had her nieces and nephew.
Oh, that's right.
They
come
came
out
on stage.
That little black boy was cute. Her nephew, he was cute.
They had her brother-in-law come out. He used to be attorney general for California. I didn't know that. The one married to her sister.
Okay.
So family still, young people still pulling them out. Keenan is young. He's not that old, I guess. He's not that old, I don't think. Pulling out entertainers, making it fun, introducing information in a fun way. Now you're not bored like a Bernie Sanders with the numbers and stuff, because Bernie is real good with statistics. But they were fact checking, of course, all night, and there's stuff that they missed that were wrong. So.
It said the Democratic and Republican playlists play to their bases. The Republican convention in Milwaukee was dominated by classic rock, of course, country music. The Democrats,
had Kid Rock too, didn't they?
Yeah, they had Kid Rock. That's all they had. Ain't nobody else gonna. The Democrats gathered in Chicago. They offered more of a variety of a diverse singing. They had that country western girl come out, and they had Sheila E. and what's his name, John Legend doing "Let's Go Crazy." They had Stevie Wonder. Now, what did you think about Stevie Wonder?
The theme of Legend and Sheila E. was really building up Minnesota. The vice president nominee, what's his name, Walsh. So Minnesota always kind of referenced Prince. I was surprised that Legend came out and did it. I would have wanted another singer
other than John Legend.
Guitar.
Sheila E. was good for that.
Sheila E. was good for that, but I would have said, what's his name that plays the guitar?
Is John Legend from Minnesota?
I don't know. Why would they have?
Would they have John Legend?
I would have gotten, or even her.
Where is John Legend from?
Or the artist her.
He from Ohio.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if they could have found a.
They could have got the time.
Well, no.
To sing "Let's Go Crazy" with Sheila
like
E.
Day? Is he from Minnesota?
Morris Day. Right. So, aren't they from there?
I don't know.
Where are Morris Day from? Where are Morris Day from? Where is Morris Day from? Where is Morris Day from? Minnesota. They should have got the time to come out with Sheila E.
I think the artist her. She could play the guitar like that.
Is she from Minnesota?
They don't all have to be from Minnesota, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, they could have brought her out there.
Yeah, so they did okay.
Replace John Legend. Yeah. I would have gotten like the time.
Yeah.
Or Teddy Riley
somebody
or somebody
that's really closely related to Minnesota.
Yes.
Stevie Wonder threw a loop. I had no clue he was going to talk first.
I didn't think he should have spoken.
And he used most of his time to talk.
And then what do you think about the song?
That's his song, Higher Ground. Till I reach the higher ground. I mean, the words mean things. People.
I think he should have wrote a new song.
No, no, that's not a time to introduce new songs. You got to get the people roused up with they already know about you.
How did he do? Because I thought he was going to do horrible. Because lately when he sings, he cracks. So he did good.
He did okay. Yeah.
So that was good, and that was pretty much. Was there anything else that stuck out?
Like I said, with the Keenan thing, I thought that was. I like how the Democratic people thought creatively how to inform people, how to encourage people, how to bring young people in. Oprah Winfrey in her purple suit looking good.
Oh yeah, Oprah coming
out saying independent, undecided. Come on, you guys. So they try to hit everybody they could hit as far as age.
She endorsed Kamala. I could tell she was. these endorsements, and I'm going to be honest with y'all,
are not true.
For Kamala Harris, they're not strong. The Obamas did not strongly endorse Kamala Harris. Oprah Winfrey did not strongly endorse Kamala Harris.
That they were thinking of instead of her?
I think they didn't. I don't think they. Well, remember, it took a long time for them to come out and report publicly.
I think before Biden sat down too, right?
Yeah. Well, when he sat down, remember the Obamas didn't come out right away and endorse her.
But you said
I think they wanted somebody else. I think they probably wanted Shapiro or somebody else. That governor from Pennsylvania.
Oh, for her running mate?
For against Trump.
No, that didn't make sense. That wouldn't have made sense with her as vice president and you overstepped her.
I think that's one of the.
Everybody felt like.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
And she's still qualified.
I think that was one of the arguments that the Republicans have been putting back is you guys didn't seem like y'all was all gun ho for Kamala, but you had to have her because she was the vice president. So that's going to be interesting in the next month or whatever to see how they navigate through that.
But you know what?
But I think that's what the reason why they did the DNC is to show we're all for her, we're all pushing for her. We're all
even with that, I get what you're saying. But right now, even with all the other options, she's the most qualified. And this is a year of the women. I'm sorry.
But you could have got another woman.
No other woman.
I know. Whatever.
Hillary tried.
Yeah, no, she wouldn't.
That's what I'm saying. Can you name anybody else who has been an attorney general, who is a prosecutor, who is a vice president? No one is more qualified than her.
Alex Cummings says, "Do you think Vance will be replaced?" Nah, it's too late.
Yeah.
And then Trump already said he don't matter.
Ooh.
I'm not even making words up.
Wow.
He physically said the vice president doesn't matter.
It's me.
You're voting for me.
Yeah. It's the me.
I think he thinks it's a waste of time to replace this guy because he's a nobody. All it's going to do is take away people looking at me, because now we got to look and see who's going to be the vice president. So I think he feels like JD Vance is a moron, bigger than him. He's actually dumber than Trump, to be honest with you. I think Trump is smarter than JD Vance. I think he wanted somebody who was dumber than him.
I don't know now.
I don't even think Trump would have said cat ladies.
No. Trump has said a lot of things.
Not stuff like that.
Let's not take that to the next level. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right.
JD Vance at least has a degree, and he's went to Yale.
So does Trump. He went. His daddy put him there.
No, Trump does not have no degree.
Yes, he does.
Kim, even if it's on paper,
right.
That man is not smart.
I don't think JD Vance is either.
I think he's smarter than Trump.
Have you seen those old videos?
I think he's holding back. He makes comments.
Holding back?
I think he's holding back with how smart he is. But as far as I meant to say, he says stupid stuff in public, but he's not a dumb man. I think he's very conservative. That's the problem.
He's lying about that. I agree with you on that. He's holding that back.
So he makes comments like that.
And I'll say this, and then so we won't go back and forth with arguing, because you'll take us out in prayer. That's the one you want to tie to Project 2025.
That's what they've been doing.
No, that's what I'm saying.
They've been doing that.
Oh, okay.
They're not openly saying Trump is following Project. They're saying JD Vance and the Republican group.
He will make women wear a scarlet letter. Yeah. If he could.
Yeah.
So when you do talk about, that's how I was going to end it, so we can end on a positive note.
Okay.
If you're going to talk about Project 2025, you really got to push it on JD Vance, his running mate, because this man is nutty enough to think of everything that's in that book.
And there are,
but you can't. I go back with the Trump thing.
No. All
right, go ahead.
Like I said, there are Republicans like DeSantis.
He's
who
Project
agrees with some of those items. That's what I was trying to say.
Yes.
It don't matter if Trump doesn't like it or not, or agree with it or not. His people around him do.
And we'll agree on this one, I'm sure.
Okay.
Even though he hasn't publicly come out and said he supports Project 2025, Trump is the kind of person, he will allow the people who do put it into play because he doesn't care.
Right.
He just wants to make money.
Yes.
Now, if you want to put a scarf and a scarlet letter on every woman in the country, I don't give a damn. As long as I'm able to put a tower up when they totally annihilate Gaza, then I'm fine.
There we go.
If you want to talk about it that way, then I'm with you.
Okay.
But the way that they're talking about it, I don't agree. So there we go.
You don't think it's moving the needle?
No, it's not moving the needle. Not from independents and undecideds.
Okay.
So it's getting their base excited, which is what they're doing. That's all they're doing.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, take us out, and then you know how to click on that thing.
Okay. Father God, we thank you. We give you glory for another day.
For healthy debate.
For a healthy debate, because we can always agree to disagree. And it's good when you guys even chime in and give your opinions. And we see on Facebook, everybody gives opinions. Opinions is like perfume. You spray it and then it just blows away. You don't smell it no more. But if we can do it openly and honestly and agree to disagree, you give your points, I give my points. My sister and I had different opinions on the agenda 47 that Trump is kind of posing, the Project 2025. She's feeling that they shouldn't be talked about anymore. We thank you, God, that we can speak to those different ideals, and just be prayerful though of our nation. And as we're going through these moments of politics and the whole journey of voting rights and privileges that we're given in this country, as freedom that we're given, in military, not taking advantage of these different groups that are out there protesting, taking advantage of our military that have fought for our freedom. We give you glory and honor that we are allowed to do that in this country. We shouldn't take our freedom for granted, Father, but we're grateful how you've blessed this country and this nation, and that we walk in that. Let me make the doors open for her. In that freedom, and understand the liberty we have as living in this country. We pray for our leaders. We continue to pray for them. We pray a spirit of adoption over them, oh God. And we pray for those of you who are listening and chiming in on our show. We pray protection over you guys, and God watch over you as well. Watch over us as we continue to drive to our little destinations, because we got a few more to go. And we would just thank you for this show and the platform of this show. Use us for your glory. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
All right, y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Always believe. And that was another Woods Report. See y'all later. Had to listen to Lenora Big Head today. She was passionate, wasn't she, guys? All right, here we go.
I don't like when people say,
yeah,